And then when you're outside, amongst non-Muslims, what do you hear? Skipping 1, 2, and 3. Unfortunately, when around non-Muslims, why? Because we desperately want to fit in. Wishing to borrow an identity from them because we haven't developed an identity of our own. May Allah forgive us. And so yes, you want to make sure first you can join that which is the best, easy, simple. Then stage 2, challenge into something positive, and then stage 3, try to cut out your bad behavior and your addictions. You notice that Allah doesn't say ya'muruna bil hujjah, or you're enjoining and commanding to evidence, al-dalil, al-burhan, proof, evidences. No, but we think that's how it is. When I call non-Muslims to Islam, what should I do? I need to establish the evidence. I need to establish my proofs. No, Allah Ta'ala is not mentioning that. Yes, of course, we can talk about evidences and proofs in different ayat of the Quran, but this particular ayat, Allah saying the quality of the ummah is not that they're going out to have a debate and establish the hujjah, al-burhan, al-dalil, al-dalal, and prove to them that they're wrong and that you're right. That isn't the primary objective. Why? Because people become defensive and they become hyper-skeptical. And when they become hyper-skeptical, you can't prove anything to anybody. And that's why you call to ma'aruf, to loosen people up, to let them see the beauty that you're showing up with, to show them, to call them to beautiful behavior, so they put their guard down. I want you to find a view and say, how can I be part of that? This is a view and say, how can I be part of that? This isn't an argument. This is just a fact. He's a good guy. I know he is. I know it in my bones. I'm not trying to prove anything. I'm simply demonstrating incontrovertibly, indisputably, undeniably good behavior. This is the goal of the Muslim. And then Allah says what? Just one single ayah. Allah says what? Allah concludes the ayah by saying, it is those that are victorious and successful. Why does Allah mention success and victory at the end of this ayah? Well, it's very straightforward. Unfortunately, many people, many Muslims, they avoid calling to good because they fear the social consequences. Oh man, they might not like this. I might lose some friends. There might be some negative pushback. I might lose an opportunity or two. And so because of that fear, what do you say? I want to be successful. I want to be successful in business. I want to make sure I'm accepted into this social friend group, so I will not call to what is good. And I will avoid forbidding that which is evil. Why? Because I fear the negative repercussions. Somebody might accuse me of being self-righteous. They might get mad at me for calling out their shameful behavior. They already feel ashamed. So if I'm making it worse, they'll get more upset. So what is Allah Ta'ala telling us? Allah Ta'ala is saying, this is why Allah is informing us, losing these opportunities for da'wah, this is the real loss. This is how you actually lose. Whereas speaking up, that is the great victory. It doesn't matter what the reaction is. It doesn't matter if people love it or hate it. You say what's true. You call to the best. You enjoin what is good and you forbid what is evil. And you do so because that is your success regardless of the outcome. Don't fear their consequences. Fear Allah and Allah alone. Very next ayah. Allah Ta'ala says, وَلَا تَكُونُوا كَالَّذِينَ تَفَرَّقُوا وَاخْتَلَفُوا مِنْ بَعْدِ مَا جَاءَهُمُ الْبَيِّنَاتُ وَأُولَٰئِكَ لَهُمْ عَذَابٌ عَظِيمٌ. And don't be like those who became divided and differed after the clear proofs had come to them. SubhanAllah, it is very sad. I might have gone over, I could go over this ayah 100 times and still some things don't stand out. I'm sure I just read that to you. You guys didn't catch it. Something so deep, so powerful was just said. But see, we're not actually engaged. When you really focus, you realize there's something strange going on in that sentence. It seems so straightforward, but there's such depth in the Quran, only if you're paying attention. Let me say it again. And don't be like those who became divided and differed after the clear proofs had come to them. Wait a second. Why would Allah Ta'ala mention, وَلَا تَكُونُوا كَالَّذِينَ تَفَرَّقُوا وَاخْتَلَفُوا? Shouldn't you switch them? It seems so obvious. It should be, and don't be like those who اختلفوا. They had differences of opinion. I disagree with you, you disagree with me. We keep disagreeing. And then eventually what? Because of these disagreements, they eventually become what? Irreconcilable differences. And so now we differ, now we break off from each other. We disagreed 100 times, now it's over, we have to break up. Allah Ta'ala says what? It's actually the opposite. Take those two verbs and switch them. وَلَا تَكُونُوا كَالَّذِينَ تَفَرَّقُوا. Don't be like those who became divided. And then after that, وَاخْتَلَفُوا. And they differed. Why would the order be switched like that? SubhanAllah. Something so powerful is being taught here. Something so counterintuitive that we're supposed to pay close attention to. We think that different opinions result in separation of fractions and factions. However, that's incorrect. Think about a family. In your family, you guys might disagree all the time. Where should we go for dinner? I want to go here. I want to go there. Hey, let's, I don't know, watch a movie. I want to watch this movie. I want to watch that movie. You guys might have differences in your family all the time. Does that mean every single time you guys differ and disagree? Oh, that's it? Everybody's separate houses. We all move out. We all go to different homes. Of course not. That's part of being a family. Disagreeing with each other is part of the process. We're still united. We're still a family. We still love each other. We disagree all the time. So, ikhtalafu doesn't lead to tafarraqu. Rather, Allah Ta'ala says that tafarraqu comes first. First is the division. Meaning what? The problem of sectarianism grows in the heart. It creeps into the hearts first. Pride in one's personal group. I'm special. We are different. That starts to grow in the heart. Once people develop a sense of superiority and exclusivity, then they focus on the differences. Ah, well, I don't really agree with you about that. I don't really agree with you about that. Those differences should be simple to deal with. They should fall into one of two categories. When we differ with one another, either A, it's a small difference. And so we explain each other's differences and say, look, at the end of the day, there's no clear winner. You have your opinion, I have my opinion, let's move forward, no problem. It's an, ikhtilaf, there's breadth in fiqh. There's enough breadth to accept multiple opinions on small matters, no problem. Or it could be that this difference is something very big. And therefore, if it's something big, then we have to address it with clear evidence and prove one side right, one side false, and everybody should submit to the clear evidence. However, unfortunately, if you are obsessed with your personal team, if you are obsessed with winning and making sure my group is better than your group, then you're going to try to establish superiority over the other group, no matter what the situation is. Can everybody move forward? Can everybody move forward, please? Create some room. So go ahead. What ends up happening is that even when it comes to a small disagreement, you find that because I want to be divided, because I like my little group and I want to be different than your little group, I will find any small thing to say we're different. I will take small differences and make them huge. And when it comes to big differences where we're supposed to find the evidence and come together, no, I'm going to have loyalty to my team above loyalty to the truth. Why? Because my team comes first. My opinion comes first. Now let's Allah Ta'ala protect us. And it's very beautiful that subhanAllah, these two ayat, Surah Al-Imran, ayat number 104 and 105. 104 is calling to saying that you should be a people that call to the truth, call to that which is best. Give da'wah to everyone. And then ayat number 105 is saying what? And do not be divided and don't be in isolation. How do these two things come together? Well, subhanAllah, when you stick to your own little bubble, your own little echo chamber, that's how sectarianism thrives. When you break that bubble and you give da'wah to everybody, and you're interacting with lots of diverse perspectives and opinions, not just those who agree with you, that's how sectarianism gets exposed and the truth actually stands victorious. Because you're testing your ideas. That's the beauty of Islam, subhanAllah. Da'wah is an exercise in comparing and contrasting constantly, and that's why Islam shines. Because when you compare and contrast with different ideas and beliefs, subhanAllah, the more you do it, the more you learn how beautiful Islam stands clear from falsehood. How do we spot sectarianism? Well, if you're simply trying to take a handful of ayat just to prove your case, your group, your clique, meanwhile ignoring all the other ayat, then clearly you're somebody who has a sectarian mindset because you're not looking at the Quran holistically. You're not looking at the Sunnah holistically. You're not looking at the Seerah holistically. You just like to isolate certain points to build up your group. But those who love the Quran and Sunnah, holistically, these are the people that embrace all Muslims and stay united. May Allah Ta'ala make us all Muslims. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. And sometimes division is much easier to spot based on race. SubhanAllah. Unfortunately, it's amazing to me that despite the fact that so many of us are mixed races ourselves, where are you from? Oh, my bloodline goes here, but you're still racist. How? How can you be racist? Your own blood is proving that you can't be racist. SubhanAllah. Somehow we still have this jahala, this ignorance within us. And subhanAllah, recently, in fact yesterday, I had a conversation with a sister who embraced Islam. And she told me about some of her struggles as a new Muslim. About what it feels like to be looked at and judged because you're a convert. And she said something to me very powerful. I said, can I quote you? I'm going to quote that in the book. So She was talking about what? She was talking about how a man will come up and say, I'm interested in marriage. And of course the attraction, the interest will grow. And then later on he'll talk to his family and then come back and say, you know what, my family says, no, I can't be with you. Why? Because you're not from my race, sorry. And so, I quote, she says, I broke generations of kufr. Meanwhile, you can't break generations of racism. So how am I more of a man than you? SubhanAllah. I was like, standing ovation for that one. That was quite beautiful. This is the truth. This is the sad reality. You have people that have embraced Islam. They have broken generations of kufr. And then they say, I'm interested in getting married. I'm interested too. Both want to get married, but the family says, no, we can't break our jahala and our generational racism. We can't break that. SubhanAllah. What a sad state of affairs. May Allah Ta'ala help us. Inshallah, we'll continue the second khutbah. Sallallahu alaihi wa sallam. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah. Alhamdulillah, we're having a look now at this new year, 2026. I know this is the Gregorian calendar, not the Islamic calendar, but still, we want to have the mindset of trying to start new, specifically because Ramadan is coming up. And we want to step into this new year and hopefully walking towards the month of Ramadan, inshallah, in a way where we have a better mindset. And we get rid of this concept in our deluded minds, unfortunately, of what? Islam and Majani, free Islam. My Islam is free. I'm sorry, you're sadly mistaken. There's no such thing as free Islam. Many people think that I say my shahada, and now I'm part of the safe group, and so therefore, I can get back to doing whatever the heck I want, good, bad, or anything in between. Why? Because in terms of my akhirah, I'm fine. I don't have to think about that. I don't have to worry about that. I got my ticket because I'm Muslim. This is deluded thinking. How can we have this free Islam, quote unquote, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one that tells us we can sell our deen for a small price? Clearly, it must not be free if you can sell it for a small price. When Allah says, وَلَا تَشْتَرُوا بِآيَاتِ ثَمَنًا قَلِيلًا وَإِيَّايَ فَاتَّقُونَ, and do not exchange my signs or sell my signs for what? A small price. And fear me alone. How can we possibly say that Islam is free when Allah Ta'ala describes paradise as a recompense, ajr? Ajr, meaning what? It's your recompense. Recompense for what? For what you work towards. How can Islam be something completely free, demanding nothing of you, when Allah Ta'ala asks us the question, أَحَسِبَ النَّاسُ أَن يُتْرَكُوا أَن يَقُولُوا آمَنَّا وَهُمْ لَا يُفْتَنُونَ وَلَقَدْ فَتَنَّا الَّذِينَ مِن قَبْلِهِمْ فَلَيَعْلَمَنَّ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ صَدَقُوا وَلَيَعْلَمَنَّ الْكَاذِبِينَ. Do the people think that they will be left to say, we believe, and they will not be tested? But we have certainly tested those before them, and Allah will surely make evident those who are truthful, and He will surely make evident and expose those who are liars. Just saying, I believe, and doing nothing about it afterwards, this is described as a lie. If you have deluded yourself into believing in some sort of personalized Islam, Islam is shakhsi, oh, this is just my personal faith, then you are sadly mistaken. Yes, Islam starts in the heart, but it has to grow outwards onto your actions and keep growing outwards to affect the whole world around you. It is personal. It is social. It is political. It includes every realm of your life. وَجَعَلَ كَلِمَةَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا السُّفْلَى وَكَلِمَةُ اللَّهِ هِيَ الْعُلْيَا وَاللَّهُ عَزِيزٌ حَكِيمٌ. Allah Ta'ala is the one. He made the word of those who disbelieve the lowest, while the word of Allah is the highest. That is your objective. So take off your cynicism safety blanket. This cynicism that you tell yourself, oh, there's no point in trying. Oh, there's no point in trying. Nothing's going to work. Nothing's going to happen. Why? So that you can enjoy the benefit of never putting in any effort, and then you can enjoy never having to feel the pain of failure. No. The month of Sha'ban is quickly coming close to us, and the month of Sha'ban is supposed to be a precursor to Ramadan. The Prophet would fast the most in any month, in the month of Sha'ban, except obviously for Ramadan, because that was the entire month. And so yes, extra fast. When the Prophet was asked, why do you do that? He responded, said, وَهُوَ شَهْرٌ تُرْفَعُ فِيهِ الْأَعْمَالِ إِلَىٰ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ فَأُحِبُّ أَن يُرْفَعَ عَمَلِي وَأَنَا صَائِمٌ. It's a month in which the deeds are taken up to the Lord of the worlds, and I like that my deeds are taking it up when I'm fasting. Any good deed that I'm doing, develop your knowledge. Try to learn something new every single day, and whatever you learn, talk about it. Insert it into a conversation in a natural way. Bring it up in conversation so that you can discuss it. And this is how you are going to slowly but surely develop this deen of Islam from deep within your conscience. Deep within your consciousness, you want to develop your Islam so that in every conversation, every day, some way, somehow, you are bringing this reality to life. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us of those who are an ummah that calls to the best. May Allah ta'ala make us of those who are an ummah that after calling to the best, we enjoin what is good and challenge people to be better. And after challenging people to be better, Ya Allah, make us of those who we encourage people to cut out their evil, and to cut out their wickedness, and to cut off their evil addictions. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, do not allow us to be divided. If there are small differences, we overlook. If there are big differences, then we have to unite upon that which is correct. But whatever the case is, Ya Allah, make us united. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Allahumma ahdina fi man hadayt, wa aafina fi man aafayt, wa tawallana fi man tawallayt, wa barik lana fi ma a'tayt, wa qina sharra ma qadayt. Fa innaka taqdi wa la yuqda alayk, innahu la yadhillu man walayt, wa la ya'izzu man 'alayt, tabarakta rabbana wa ta'ala. ربنا لا يقضى عليك إنه لا يذل من والك ولا يعز من عليك تبارك ربنا وتعالى. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم كثيرا.
الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.